Worcestershire County Council, a place where over £50,000 vanishes in 4 months for a suspended senior officer and critical economic projects grind to a halt. A place where staff exits jump from 53 to 149 in a single year, costing taxpayers over £4 million, and where union membership has jumped since May. And all of this is shrouded in secrecy. So what on earth is going on at County Hall? Well, stay tuned because the answers affect every single one of us. I'm John and I'm a Liberal Democrat. So we're going to start with a story that I didn't expect to be covering heading into September, seeing as it was initially reported back in July, but it is one that's costing us all dearly. John Hobbs, the Director of Economy and Infrastructure at Worcestershire County Council, has been on paid suspension since the beginning of May, so nearly 4 months. His salary is a staggering £147,997 a year, which means over £50,000 worth of taxpayers' money has been spent on him while he's not been at his desk. That is almost 1.5 times the annual average wage in Worcestershire. And he's got that without doing any work for 4 months during what has been a beautiful summer. Does any of that make sense? According to reports, Mr. Hobbs' suspension is linked to a dispute over a controversial Conservative fire and rehire policy that was pushed through last year. This policy saw up to 143 workers dismissed from their 37-hour-a-week contracts and rehired on new 35-hour contracts, meaning essentially a 5% pay cut. It's understood that Mr. Hobbs questioned the legality of this policy, and nearly 6 months later, he was put on gardening leave on the eve of an election. Now, whilst the length and cost of his suspension are properly being questioned, the stance that he apparently took over the fire and rehire policy should be acknowledged. What the Tories did was wrong, and a senior director challenging it was the right thing to do. In my book, that's leadership. The council, meanwhile, has repeatedly refused to comment, citing employee privacy. But as has been pointed out, the public has a right to know what's happening, especially when a senior long-serving officer is off the job. And just for reference, this isn't a faceless, pointless council position. This is the director who oversaw significant projects in Worcestershire, like the Hive and Worcester 6. So questions are aplenty. Firstly, who made the decision to suspend Mr. Hobbs? Was this a politically motivated decision? And if so, why has Reform not addressed it, seeing as they took over in May? And secondly, when's he coming back to the office? When will local people start seeing value from money for this officer and the administration? And finally, he made the comments about legality back in October. It then took someone 6 months to put him on gardening leave. Now, supposing this is like any other council employee, you would imagine that this was after a disciplinary process had been followed. It's now been 4 months since his suspension with no end announced. Now, if this was me or you in a disciplinary situation, it would not have taken 10 months to handle. So why has it? Now, before we get into the next detail, if you're finding this information useful and want to see more content holding our local politicians to account, please take a moment to hit the like button and leave a comment below with your thoughts. The suspension of one senior officer isn't an isolated incident. The numbers reveal a much bigger problem. In the 23-24 financial year, so the year ending April 24, Worcestershire County Council paid out an astonishing 149 exit packages. That's a massive jump from just 53 the year before. And the cost? A staggering £4.1 million compared to £600,000 previously. These figures aren't just normal turnover. They suggest a strategic mass exodus of staff. And the problem is there's no public breakdown of which departments lost staff, what valuable skills have been lost, or what the plan is to replace them. It's a black hole of information. And it's even more important seeing as this was before local government reorganisation was announced and before the Reform administration took over. What were the Tories up to? So why the secrecy and the high-level shake-up? Well, this brings us to a third element, which gives us some national context in the now. Across councils now run by the Reform Party, there's been a massive surge in Unison trade union membership, with rates increasing by over 200%. Unison's General Secretary Christina McAnee has warned that a party that has threatened to sack council staff at the earliest opportunity doesn't exactly give confidence to working people. With the new leadership in Worcestershire being the Reform Party, these national trends highlight a growing tension between a new political reality and the long-serving experienced council staff who question certain policies like fire and rehire or higher than normal exit packages agreed. When you look at the national picture, it gives you even more weight to the concerns that we are seeing locally. It suggests that what's happening in Worcestershire might be part of a wider, more aggressive approach to local government. And with reporting now that a Reform Council has now banned a local newspaper from being spoken to, is that what's next for Worcestershire? The Liberal Democrats, along with other opposition groups, are now demanding answers. Members are calling for a full workforce report, an independent review of senior suspensions, and a transparent plan for the council's future. Because as we say, public trust is only rebuilt when conversations happen in the council chamber, not behind closed doors. The question for you, the public, remains, are you willing to accept this lack of transparency and the spiralling costs, or do we demand better from the people running our county? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and for more content on Worcestershire politics, don't forget to like and subscribe, or you can click on this video to see more about what is happening in Worcestershire. Thanks for watching.